Let's dive into the top 5 questions about computers. What actually happens when you delete a file from your computer? It doesn't just poof, vanish into the void.
When you hit delete, your computer usually just moves the file into something called the trash or recycle bin. It's kind of like throwing a paper into the wastebasket in your room. It's still there until you take the trash out. Even when you empty the bin, the file isn't instantly destroyed. The computer just says, okay, I can use this space again later. But the file's bits and pieces are still sitting there until new stuff gets saved on top of it. On old hard drives, you could sometimes rescue those files with special tools, like digging old homework out of the trash. On newer SSDs, though, the computer cleans things up faster, like a vacuum that makes crumbs disappear right away. So deleting a file isn't like burning it, it's more like telling your computer, forget this until you need the space. Pretty cool and a little spooky, right?
Oh, does deleting content from my hard drive actually erase it?
When you delete something on your computer, it looks like it's gone, but it's not completely erased right away. Deleting a file is more like removing the label from a box in your closet. The box is still there, but now the computer thinks the space is empty and can be reused. Until new files get saved over that space, the old data can still be found with special tools. That's why people can sometimes recover deleted files. On newer drives like SSDs, the computer often clears the space faster, which makes recovery harder. So deleting doesn't always mean the data is instantly destroyed. It just means the space is marked as free to use again.
How does data storage work?
When you save something on your computer or phone, like a photo, a song, or a game, it has to live somewhere. That somewhere is called storage. Inside your device, storage works kind of like a giant library. Instead of books, it stores tiny pieces of information called bits, just zeros and ones. These bits get written onto the hard drive or SSD in patterns. Later, when you open your photo or song, your device reads those patterns and puts the pieces back together. So storage is basically a big digital filing system. You save something, it gets stored as zeros and ones, and when you want it back, your device rereads those patterns to show you the file.
What is a virtual machine?
A virtual machine, or VM, is like having a pretend computer inside your real computer. It uses software to act just like a real machine, with its own system, files, and programs, even though it's all running inside your laptop or PC. It's kind of like playing a video game where you have a computer inside the game. You can open apps, install stuff, and it feels real, but it's all make-believe. People use virtual machines to test new software, run different operating systems, or keep things safe by separating them from the main computer. So a VM is basically a computer inside a computer.
What is Docker?
Imagine you built a video game and want to share it with your friends, but when they try to run it, it doesn't work on their computer. Maybe they're missing files or using a different system. Docker solves this problem by packing the game, plus everything it needs to run, into a single box called a container. That way, no matter whose computer you use, the container always works the same. Big companies use Docker to make sure their apps run smoothly anywhere, whether on a laptop, a big server, or in the cloud. So Docker is like a shipping container for software. It keeps everything inside so it can travel anywhere and still work.